Welcome, Nikki. Thank you so much for joining us today as our guest co-host.
Yay. Thank you.
This is awesome. So we've been going back and forth and chatting about so many topics that we could cover. So we'll definitely have to have you on again. I already know that. But today we're looking at some of those key things that people should make sure are updated in their LinkedIn profiles.
Yes. Yes.
What
So
are some of the biggest areas and issues you see?
let's jump into the first one, which is the banner. This is a pet peeve of mine, particularly. This should be a little mini billboard for you. So you can use it for a couple of different ways. One, you can use it to add credibility. You'll see some people that will put as seen in or quoted or whatnot. You can say what you do, or you can say how you solve some pain points. You can even add, I love it when people add QR codes up there in theirs. What you shouldn't do as a financial advisor is have mountains or streams or lakes or oceans, unless, I think I sent you these notes, unless you're an REI instructor or a surfer, those don't make any sense. Now, compliance does play a big part in this. So I understand that. There are some issues, but if you are able to make your own banner, you really need to do that.
And you can do it super, super easily in Canva, right? Canva is like the best thing in the world, like the best ROI in business. It's $12.95 a month or pay $144 a year.
Yes. I would pay $144 a month for it. So I don't want them to hear that. So that would be the banner.
And let's just quickly show people on here, how can you edit it? You just go to your profile and you're going to see all these little pencil edit buttons all over your profile. So if you're like, all right, great, I need to upload a new one, I need to adjust this one, you just hit it right there, crop it, adjust it, replace it, change photo. It's just that easy.
I know we only have 10 minutes, but I want to point out something here. Look at Katie's banner, how it has her profile picture. And then in the banner is another picture of her, but it's not the same exact picture. And that's perfect. So I see a lot of people putting pictures in their banners, which is fine, but it shouldn't be the same one as your profile.
Yep. Mix it up a little bit. Give us some variety there.
Oh my gosh. Can you go look at mine real quick? I think mine's the same.
No, you don't have a picture in your background.
Whew, okay. Gosh.
You're good. So the next big thing that we were chatting about is that LinkedIn tagline. And if people are like, what on earth is the tagline? It's this thing right here, right below your name.
Yeah, I go back and forth on this one a lot. Sometimes I really think that simpler is better. Simpler is word. It's a word.
It is.
But I don't know, like there is a formula. I don't know if you're going to be able to add that anywhere here, but there is a formula. But basically it's like they recommend title at company.
Yep.
And then the way you help, so your unique selling proposition, right? And then how, like any benefits of working with you, right? So yours, go back to yours.
So I want to share why I did mine. So the other big thing for people to think about, because people might be like, oh, I don't get that many profile visits. But here's the thing. When people are on that homepage scrolling through LinkedIn, right, it shows up all the time. So if we go to home here, right, Julian Saunders, author of Cashing Out. We got to promote it here. Charisse, founder and principal consultant, right? So we've got it should show more at Level Best, right? So we know exactly who Charisse is, what she does. So when people are scrolling through or in the comments, they're going to see that. And Nikki, I'm sure you see it too. There are so many people that I see on LinkedIn all the time. I'm like, I have no idea what you do. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do.
Something just worked out the other day. We're looking for a new CPA. A lady commented on my post and I saw in her title and it was CPA to small business owners. And I was like, I have a meeting set up with her in 2 weeks, solely based off of her headline. This just happened. Point in case.
Billy, I love it. I'm glad this is awesome. Glad we're just like diving in. If you or anyone else watching has any questions as we're looking at doing this stuff, please feel free to pop them in the chat there. And that is the perfect example, right? And it's so easy to go in and update that as well. Again, we've got this. See, this is the little edit for the banner here, little edit button For that,
Mhm.
make sure your name is correct. If you have an additional surname or anything, if you want to add your pronouns, and then it's right here. You can change that headline. Go
Yep.
in, edit it, make sure it makes sense. But I love that story, Nikki, because that's it, right? You're like, make it easy. Like, make it easy to work with you, make it easy to know who you are. And I'm with you. I change mine around sometimes, I'll play with it, I'll put different things in there. That's cool. It doesn't have to, be set it and forget it. Like, it's fun to change things up every once in a while.
You can add hashtags. I see someone saying, can we add hashtags in the post? I'm guessing they're asking if they can add hashtags in the tagline. You can. It's no longer, LinkedIn came out recently saying that they're no longer supporting hashtags. So you can choose to put hashtags in your post or in your headline, but it's not going to help you in any way at all. It will only help if you have a branded hashtag. And that's, I think, Katie, you were using one for a while when you were doing your walking videos, but it does not have any sort of benefit.
No, and I will say, if you do still want them, or if you have them in there now and you want to keep them because you've always had them in there, please, it's only one hashtag before a word. So often, Nikki, have you seen that? So often people have 2 or 3 hashtags in their profile, and I will message people just a friendly little, hey, that's not how hashtags work. It's only one, hashtag and the word. And there's no spaces either.
No, so really good question there.
And then, I mean, any other suggestions on that? Just because I do think that one is so important, having that tagline there. So I would tell people, go look and see, because it updates in real time, and updates for your prior posts as well. So if you've recently commented on something or you've recently made a post, go look and see, what words show up as people are scrolling through, and say, okay, is something getting cut off in the middle of a word? Am I being too wordy here? How can I just really get to the point?
I try, like you said, too wordy. You're right.
Too wordy. And for financial advisors, if you can say who you work with, like, who is that target audience, right? So many people are, and the other thing I'll see is, if you have all the designations, I see advisors repeat all of those designations in that tagline. I'm like, that's not a good use of space, right? Get right to the point.
Right. And it's okay to say that you are a financial advisor or wealth advisor. That's perfectly fine, 100%. But add something else to it. Like Katie said, who do you work with? That's going to really help. And no, niching does not mean you lose clients. You actually get more. Trust me.
Go back and watch our episode with Linda Berta on niching up instead of niching down. And we're going to look at contact information. But the last thing I'll say was, we're talking about like the banner and this tagline. This should then be consistent across all of your profiles. Mm-hmm. So once you create these, LinkedIn, and if you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitter, if you're on whatever else it is, have that consistency. Because so often I'll go check advisors' different profiles, and it's a different message for a different audience, and that gets really confusing.
Yeah. Oh, how to increase post engagement? Woo!
So I would say we'll cover that in a future. We're only talking about LinkedIn profile stuff. So Narendra, thank you so much for that. We are going to cover that in a future episode. We're just going to keep this one hyper focused here on this and touch on that last thing, which is our contact information.
Okay, so this is really important. LinkedIn actually allows you to do quite a bit for your contact information, but what I see here all the time is when I go in and I will see someone's AOL email address in there. So people can go in and download their contacts and their contacts information, which is also, you can have a feature where you can turn that off so people can't do that for you.
Yep.
Second, if they are downloading your contact information and they have an old email, that's not going to be very good. Also, you don't want people bombarding your personal email. So make sure all of your contact information is up to date. People use this a lot. You would be surprised. And they also allow you to connect with, X. It's called X now. So you can add your X in there as well. And you can add your website. There's just so many options, but I really recommend you just go take a look right now and make sure it's up to date.
Look at it. And I will say, one of the ways I always use it is just going to look at somebody's website, right? Yep. If they don't have the link right here, and I'm gonna throw myself under the bus here, Nikki. Look, this says July 9th, my little link here. This is August 15th. I'm out of date, right? It happens to the best of us.
Everyone,
So we
everyone.
all have to remind each other to keep going back in and looking at things, but you can have, links here to different things. And so often I want to go to somebody's website and I'll go click on their contact info and it's a website from 6 years ago or
Yep.
it doesn't work. So yeah, make sure that website is up to date as well.
And you can add your birthday in there. I see, Katie, you did not have your birthday in there. I know your birthday now, but Sarah, you can add your birthday in there.
You can. I didn't. And again, I play with things and I also do stuff like this. So I'm constantly breaking all my own profiles because I'll like change something, save it, forget I saved it. But yeah, see what works for you. But there's so many other things we can cover in LinkedIn profiles. Like I said, Nikki will have you back, and we have 100 other topics to discuss. But again, I love the rule of threes. I love just sticking with 3 things, keep things simple. So for everyone watching this or the replay, go in and look at that banner, hop into Canva and update it. Look at that tagline, make sure it's crystal clear who you work with and what you do, and update that contact info.
Yes, easy peasy. Okay, we're at 11 minutes. I timed us.
All right, are we done, Nikki? Are we keeping it? Is this going to be our shortest one?
Come on, let's do it. We did
all
it.
Right. Thank you all so much. Nikki, thank you. This was fabulous. We'll have you on again soon.
Thank you.